The power of visualizations, the do's and don'ts of hypermedia presentations. This presentation is going to discuss the do's and don'ts of 3 categories when making hypermedia presentations: typography, screen design, and media. Typography. Headings are good, and subheads are also good. Your fonts should be uniform and consistent. The size shouldn't be too big or too small of your typeface. Use color when it's appropriate, but not when it's not. And always check your spelling and grammar. Following are some examples of do's and don'ts when using typography. Don't use too many fonts because it looks too cluttered and confusing. Do use fonts that are readable and consistent throughout your presentation. Don't have too many words on a page, and the size shouldn't be too small so that you're forced to squint to read what's on the page. Do have a nice heading that's big enough to read. Have your typeface be big enough, and I happen to like bullets. If you like bullets, feel free to use them too. And make sure that there's enough blank space on your slide. Don't use a plain black font when a color font will do so much better and will be much more effective. Don't say "quite please, exams in progress" when you really mean to say "quiet please, exams in progress." A grammatical mistake or a spelling error can really make a very professional presentation look unprofessional. Screen design. Make sure your typeface stands out. Make sure it's not lost in the background. And remember, less is more, both words and talking. Your transitions shouldn't be distracting, and your background should be simple and not cluttered. Don't use a typeface on a background where the typeface gets lost. You want your typeface to be very readable, and it should stand out and contrast and complement the background. Don't use too many words when you can do the same slide and be effective with contrasting colors, a larger text, very brief statements, and a limited amount of text per slide. Don't use a transition that can distract from your presentation. Do use a nice smooth transition. Don't use a background that's very confusing so that you can't read the words on the slide. Do use a nice clean background. Media. You want to balance the music, animations, video, and graphics, and nothing should be distracting. Your presentation should be well balanced and organized. Following are some examples of what to do and what not to do. Don't have an animation that takes away from the words on the slide. Do have a clean, visual graphic typeface that's large enough and not too many words. Your presentation should be well balanced and it should be organized. It shouldn't be cluttered, as is the one on the left. It should be well balanced, as are the scales on the do slide. Your graphics should complement the text and they shouldn't overwhelm them. And try not to have more than 2 graphics per slide. I hope that you've enjoyed my presentation. Thank you for watching.